Hey, speaking of athletes, I've got a legendary athlete in the studio with me this morning. Chris Anthony, welcome back. We've been missing you around here.
I've been missing it.
And you know, it's perfect timing that you're back here today because you know what's going on this weekend.
Warren Miller.
That's right.
Miller,
So
that's why I'm here.
for those of you that are not familiar, Chris has been a longtime Warren Miller athlete, and this is a tradition for anybody in a ski town is to always watch the Warren Miller film every year. And so it's going to be playing the Vail tonight. There's 2 opportunities to see it. And so you're not only, you know, part of the series, but you're still skiing in these films. And tell us about your part in this movie.
I have a really special part this year. I did a tribute to Stein Eriksen, or I could say I was part of a tribute to Stein Eriksen. And for the people that don't know who Stein Eriksen is, he was an icon of our sport. He'd been around for a very long time, started 7 ski schools here in the United States. He came from Norway, Olympic gold medalist, world champion. There was the whole thing, ski like Stein. So he literally, in the 50s, brought skiing to the forefront. So there's this wonderful footage of Stein, vintage footage from the 50s, from the Johnny Carson show in, like, I don't know, 1950 something, and it's all meshed together with myself and another Olympian, Kaylin Richardson. So that's our segment. There's some other great segments too. There's a segment that takes place in Cordova, Alaska, where I heli guide. That just shows that terrain that I get to take people up to every year. There's Warren himself is a big part of the film. And Warren actually has not been part of the film, and other than the recorded stuff from history that's been placed back in. But he is there. He's fresh. He's 92 years old, and just he's using his antidotes, his one-liners, and he's telling stories. So it's an amazing film.
So Warren Miller's name has lived on with the movies, and his family has been involved and things like that. But you know, actually having him back in the films, that's a big deal.
It's super special.
So here, there, and everywhere. So there's 2 showings tonight at the Vail Center, and so Chris, I mean, this has got to be, you know, something that is such an honor for any skier to actually be in one Warren Miller film. But how many have you been in?
27.
27.
Yep.
27, this guy. Okay. So because of that, I feel like we should maybe give people an opportunity to feel like they could be just like you. And you know how I think we should do that? Let's give them some of your stuff.
Yeah, yes. I have a swag closet full of stuff because I get to travel around and
you have all
wonderful
these amazing sponsors,
and
right? And so they give you these great products.
Yeah.
Can you explain? Okay,
Yeah.
First of all, Chris, I have to tell you, I'm experienced in giving things away, but I have never, ever given away
underwear.
a pair of underwear. But these are not
New
just
underwear.
any. Thanks for clarifying. Not just any underwear. These are Smart Wool next to skin underwear.
Yes.
So this is like fancy underwear.
Yeah, that's good underwear.
Yes, guys,
Yes,
look
that
at
is the
that.
best.
So
Yeah.
you could ski just like Chris Anthony and these next to skin bad boys. So how are people going to win not only the underwear? We've also got an electronic solar charger for all sorts of devices, in addition to this beautiful Chaos hat. Then we have some ski socks. So how are people going to win?
They have to answer one question. So
What's
they have to
that?
call in,
Okay.
and they have to tell us how long the Warren Miller films have been around. What year is this for the Warren Miller film?
Oh, repeat that question just to make sure that we know.
So the Warren Miller started making films this many years ago in the Sun Valley parking lot, and this year we're celebrating
How
what
many
year?
years?
Yep.
How many years? Okay,
Yep.
so call us right now, 970-754-8888, and tell us how many years we're celebrating of Warren Miller films with one of his longtime athletes, Chris Anthony, this morning on the show. Well, thank you so much for bringing some of your swag and telling us all about this fantastic film. So again, it's going to be at the Vail tonight. There's 2 opportunities for you to see it, so you can log on to warrenmiller.com or also go to the Vail for tickets. So coming up next, Gabe has a look at your local weather forecast.